All right, guys, what is going on, everybody? It's Sacktown Pete back at it again. Today, I have a very special guest joining me, and this first time coming on, Derrick Mitchell. If you guys don't know who that is, he is the uncle of Kings young star Davion Mitchell, and it's a pleasure and honor to have him on today. And Derrick, I just wanted to take the time to welcome you and welcome to officially being a part of the Sacramento Kings family. It's great to have you and Davion and the rest of the family a part of the Sacramento Kings culture. For those that are watching, tell us about a little bit about yourself, man.
Derrick Mitchell, Davion's uncle, my sister's son. Been raising that kid since he was born. I live in Georgia right now, actually Richmond Hill, Georgia. Davion grew up in Hinesville, about 30 minutes down the road. Got two kids myself, man. Been married 17 years, and I'm happy to be a part of the Sac family.
Oh man, it's a blessing, man. It's definitely a blessing to have Davion a part of the Sacramento Kings culture and family, and as well as you and the family as well, man. I want to talk about just growing up, helping raise Davion as a kid when he's younger, man. What was it like? Like at some point, when did you guys know that Davion was going to become ultimately who he is now, and that is today a national basketball player, man?
I probably say at the age of 9, 10. I coached him, since he played basketball 5 years old. I think I coached him YMCA league or rec league, whatever. But 9 and 10, I was coaching him in the rec game, a rec league, and we were at practice. And I kind of remember him. I mean, Davion was always been a fast kid, so he gets a lot of steals. At that age, 9 and 10, if you get a lot of steals, and if you're fast, you can score a lot of buckets. But he came to me one practice or one game, like, hey, I want to get somebody. One of the guys on the team who didn't shoot a lot, wasn't that good. Davion wanted to get him the ball more so he
Yeah,
can score. So I mean, Davion probably had 25, 30 points at that time, but he would stop what he was doing to get the other guy the ball so he can score more. And I'm looking at him like that's different for a 9 or 10-year-old to stop to say that. We were up 20, 30 points, and he wanted to get somebody else involved. So right then and there, I'm like, okay, that's kind of different, So
okay.
as he continued to grow older, 11 and 12, man, he's doing layups with his left hand. He's right-handed. He's doing layups with his left hand. He's getting everybody else involved. Kind of then 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, I kind of said, okay, he's a different kid.
Okay, that's nice to know, man. Because I'm curious. Did he play any other sport as well? Just only basketball? Stick to basketball? Do you play like football? Anything else?
No, in my opinion, Davion is better at baseball than he is at
Oh,
basketball.
wow. Okay.
Baseball, he played shorts. He played shortstop. Football, he played running back and he ran track also. But baseball, he's shortstop. He had a cannon for an arm, and he's super fast, man. So he if he hits it in the outfield, he's getting a double easily. So I think baseball was his best sport. But I think after seventh grade, I think when he dropped baseball, he dropped football, he dropped track, and that's when he started focusing 100% on basketball.
Awesome. Well, hey, man, that's awesome to hear, and it's great to see Davion become who the person he is now. And I want to talk about Baylor basketball. Me personally, I watched the tournament, a lot of Davion Mitchell in the tournament, and just his whole tenure at Baylor. He was obviously one of the best players to ever attend Baylor University, and obviously rewarded them with the championship this past college basketball season. Um, I wanted to ask, how was it like? Obviously, because the world that we're in currently, that we're living in, and him being in the bubble play of college basketball. How was that like knowing that he's going to be gone for a minute? And how did you and the family like just keep touch bases with Davion?
That was hard, man. That was hard. So, I mean, thank God for FaceTime. I was kind of excited because he was locked in one environment where he could get out, and pretty much at that time the corona was so heavy. I was so glad that he was in an environment where he pretty much couldn't get corona because everybody in there is well, not vaccinated, but everybody in there tested negative and whatnot. So I was excited for the fact that he's pretty much safe. But I know it's gonna be hard for him because he likes the outside world and interacting with people and fans and whatnot. But that was a hard time, man. But hey, anytime you get locked up for like that for 2 3 months, you come out with a championship. I'll take it.
For sure, for sure. And I totally understand the feeling about, him being away so far and for the amount of time that he was, but I guess it worked out for the better because, he did uh was a big part of the team and bringing the national championship title to Baylor, and just
Yeah.
his resume speaks for itself, man. Just his tenacious all around game that he has. What blows me away, just seeing him in the summer league kill it and beast it, and also the preseason so far, is how good of an offensive player he is. And because everybody knows about his defensive abilities and capabilities, because he is a force to be reckoned with on the defensive end, man. Like the other night, I tweeted out like, "Hey, man, like." He's played 1 or 2 games in the preseason, and I just feel like, me being the OG, Kings fan and also a content creator, he's like the best defender I've ever seen in a Kings uniform since the OG Ron Artest. And you know,
Wow.
D and
Wow.
De'Aaron coming out saying that he's already a top 5 ball handler, a ball defender, ball and defender. And I'm like, that's just high praise for the young king himself, man. And it gets me excited because the Sacramento Kings, obviously in the past and recently last season, they're not known for their defense, man. Our defense was
Right.
our defense was terrible last season, and I get the fact that bringing in Davion Mitchell is going to definitely help majority in that side of the basketball things. But overall, like his defense, man, like he just got it in him. Like it's crazy because I've seen him lock down defenders in the college tournament. I've seen him lock down defenders in the summer league. Oh man, it was a blast just watching him play in the summer league and ultimately becoming a summer league champion. Um, he just, I mean, is
Yeah.
there any background on the defensive end, like a why he's so good on the defensive end, man? Like, what are y'all feeding him, man?
To be embarrassed. He didn't want the other guy to score. That was just it. Hey, who's the best player on the team? Him, number 5. I got number 5. Like, okay, you got number 5. So his thing was, I'm gonna shut down number 5. You guys, do everything else. I'm gonna make sure this guy doesn't score. You guard your man. So that was just his thing growing up. I mean, nobody as a 11, 12, 13-year-old, I'm gonna guard the best player on the team. And my offense to come along. I'm not worried about that. I'm going to go the best player on that team will not score. If he averages 20 points, he's only going to have 10 tonight. That's what Davion's mindset. So growing up, man, nobody installed that in him. It was just, hey, I'm going to guard the best player. My offense to come. And a lot of people talk about his defense all the time, but Davion's a good offensive player. He's a great offensive player, man. You see his shot. He's shooting 49% right now from the 3.
Yes,
He can
sir.
get to the rim when he wants to. He's just a great overall player, man. He's learning from the best. You look at his 3 people that he looks up to: Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, and Chris Paul. Those 3 guys are his guys.
Yep.
So if you look at their stature, kind of like Davion, they can score the ball, they can direct the flow of traffic in the offense. So I mean, he got the right 3 guys around him. I think he's going to do well in the league.
And man, shout out to Donovan Mitchell, Dame Time, Dame Lillard, and CP3, Chris Paul. It's just 3 true professional stars in our league, man. And it's great to have those 3 guys around Davion and just kind of mentoring and bringing them and showing them the ropes, man.
Right.
I'm just super excited for Davion because prior to the draft, let's take it back to the NBA draft. I actually did my personal mock draft on my channel, and I had Davion Mitchell in my top 5 in my mock draft. And people were thinking like,
Wow.
"Hey, man, you crazy? Like, you guys already have De'Aaron Fox. You guys already have Tyrese Halliburton, who you took last season. Why do you got Davion Mitchell in your top 5?" I'm like, "Hey, man, look, when it comes to our defense, it's weak, it's trash. This guy is the best defender in the draft, and the Sacramento Kings should consider or take a look at him, man. Take a look at him, see what he's got to offer, and take a chance on him." And that is the reason why I had him, in the draft. And just based on what I've seen in college basketball, he's just a natural born winner. I mean, you can date it back to high school. Everywhere he's gone, he's won. And I feel like,
Right.
why wouldn't anybody want that on your team? So draft night comes, the Kings are on the board. Um, I just had a feeling. I'm like, man, I think they're gonna take Davion Mitchell. And the moment the pick was in, the commissioner called his name. I was like, all right, this is great. This is a great pickup. I
Yeah.
feel like this kid's going to do wonders for the organization, defensively in particular, and overall offensively. And I feel like what was that moment when his draft name on the draft night when his name was called by the Kings? Like, how did you and the family, like, how was that moment, man? I bet it was a wonderful blessing, wasn't it?
Well, here's the thing. I'm sitting in Brooklyn the draft, and before me and my brothers at the draft. I got two brothers, and as every team comes up, we're picking the players before the team. Like, okay, number 8, they're gonna get this person. Number 6, gonna get this person. When number 9 came, we saw the cameraman go towards Davion, and me and my brothers were laughing like, yeah, they're looking for Book Night. They got the wrong person. We thought they were gonna take Book Night.
Yeah.
So for the Kings to get Davion when this person was on the table, that person was on the table, I'm talking about the Moses Moody's, I'm talking about the Book Nights, whatever. Shout out to Monty there, man. In his eyes, he's the best player available, no matter his eyes. So when I saw the cameraman go towards Davion, I'm like, Davion, man. Davion doesn't care who's on the team. He's not going in with a hot head like, I'm going to kill this person. I'm just going to go in. I'm going to fill my role. I'm going to lock down defense. I'm going to have to. I'm going to be the best player that they want me to be. I'm going to make a niche or make a name for myself so I can play it. So when Sacramento drafted him, I was excited, man. I was excited because I know what Davion's going to bring to the table, man. I know he's not going to be the fastest person or the strongest person on the team, but he's going to outwork everyone on the team, and he's going to fill his role, man. That's it.
Man, I'm with you there. I'm with you there, Uncle Mitchell. Shout out to Monty McNair, the Sacramento Kings GM and staff for hitting another home run, man. Because last year, started with Tyrese Halliburton, who felt it was, and I bet the organization was just ecstatic when Davion Mitchell was on the board at 9 when they're available, when they're about to take him. So I like I said, I was excited myself. I know some fans and some critics had some mixed takes on the pick because you already have a De'Aaron Fox and a Tyrese Halliburton. So why would the Kings?
Trust me, I saw all the tweets, man. I saw.
I know, man. I know, and I saw it too, man. I'm like, all right, man. Wait, just y'all are so judgmental right now. Just wait till he comes to sack, man. Wait till he comes to sack, and then I'll make sure I'll call everybody out, man. But that being said, man, no, that's great. That's great to hear. I mean, honestly,
there you go.
Like honestly, real talk, like I'm excited for Davion and just his presence overall. I think we're seeing that in training camp and preseason too, man. Just like the cultural defense that he brings, he's only going to make Fox, Halliburton, and everybody else better on the defensive end. And these practices, I'm pretty sure they've been intense, man. Because I've seen some clips on Twitter, I've seen some some pictures, and it looks like he's just he's got that dog mentality. And the Sacramento Kings, Uncle Mitchell, the Kings haven't had that dog mentality in a long, long time. And that's what gets me excited about Davion, because he's a dog. He's a hard-nosed blue-collar guy who's going to work. Who's always going to give us 110%. And it gets me excited because we haven't had that in a long, long time. And how do you feel about Davion playing with a Tyrese Halliburton, a De'Aaron Fox, as far as like a 3-guard rotation?
I mean, I think it's only going to make him better because, I mean, we know Fox brings to the table. Fox is, in my opinion, he scores when he wants to, man. He can shoot the ball. He can defend. Fox is an all-around good point guard. Halliburton's only been in the league 1 year, but he's a good ball player, man. He's a long arm, tall ball player, man. Davion, I remember him from Iowa State. He's a good ball player. So I think with Davion, Halliburton, and De'Aaron Fox, man, those are 3 good guards, man. They're just really going to make some defenses uncomfortable, man, because all 3 of them do different things. But Davion can get to the rim. He can shoot the ball. Halliburton can shoot the lights out of the ball. De'Aaron Fox can get to the rim when he wants to and draw contact, draw fouls, man. So I think they're good. They're going to be good, man. They're going to be it's a good, strong 3-guard lineup, man. I think Luke Walton has a task on his hands, how he's going to use them. But, I think they're a good 3-ball lineup.
I'm with you. I'm with you too, because it just gets me excited because the mismatch nightmares that these 3 guards can present on the court at the same time, offensively and defensively, man, and defensively. And I feel like the chemistry is already there. They're building the chemistry. They're hanging out. They're working out together. They're engaged and locked in. And this is going to be an important year, man, because the Sacramento Kings haven't made the playoffs in 15 years. It's been a minute. It's been a long time, and as a content creator and as a part of it, of being a diehard fan, I'm craving that, man. I want that. I want that drought to end, and I just want Davion Mitchell to be part of that cultural change in which he is, and inspire that into the regular season, and hoping that we can get on the right path and just end the drought and be rewarded for it, man. Because I really do feel like, with him being a difference maker, the way he plays, we haven't had that, a game changer, a two-way player like a Davion in a long, long time. So it gets me excited, man. It really does get me excited about, him being on part of the organization and the team. And I'm looking forward to just seeing him on the court. I am going to go to the game tomorrow night, preseason game against the Lakers. I will be there in the stands, and actually, have to have a chance to check out Davion and the rest of the guys. How has he had like a wow moment like in the NBA so far, considering the fact that it's been the preseason, it's been like 3-4 games in the preseason? Like, has he had like a wow moment? Like, okay, like wow, I'm in the league. Like, or did you just have any like mixed like butterflies or anything?
Not really. I talked to him last night. I called him last night. Well, what's today? Today, I called them. When did they play? They played Tuesday night or Monday night?
I played Monday night.
They played Monday night, right?
Yeah, in Portland.
I called him Monday night after the game. Like, hey, I had 6 threes out of 9, 6 for 9 from 3. I called him and said, hey, made the game. Like, yeah, the game. I had 2 turnovers though. So he had 6 threes, but he was concerned about his 2 turnovers. I said, Davion, ain't you hard? Yeah, I gotta go back and look at it. 2 turnovers. I got knocked out those turnovers. So I mean, hit him now. Hey, I'm in the league. He's talked to Donovan. He's talked to Dame. He's talked to Chris Paul. I think he's trying to realize that, hey, I'm in the league. I'm good, whatever. Yeah. He's just trying to grow, man. He just NBA and college are two different leagues, man. Two different leagues. So he's just trying to grow. He's trying to understand the NBA game and take it game by game, so he can be the best player that he can be, man. That's it, man. He's gonna get better every day. He's gonna get better every game. He's gonna be the best version of himself that he can be. That's it.
For sure. And I'm 100% with you, man. I think anytime you can be the best version of yourself, it's going to pay off dividends, because, we know what we're getting in a Davion Mitchell defensively. And I feel like he's going to surprise. I mean, I've seen it in college and I've seen it, summer league and these preseason games so far, but I think he's going to surprise a lot of people, a lot of fans in particular, with how good he is offensively as well. Because, man, like you mentioned, he had 6 threes the other night. And I think some of the fans, or most of the fans, probably didn't know that he could shoot the ball like that. So it's great to see, man. It's just great to see. I am just thrilled to have him on board, and have you guys part of the culture and the family as well, man. So with that being said, man, how's life been, knowing that Davion's in California now, and you and the family, you guys are all back, in Hinesville, Georgia. Like, how has it been, like, knowing that he's on the West Coast, and knowing that he's going to be here on the West Coast? I'm sure you guys will have travel time to visit one another, but I'm sure you guys are excited, but how has that adjustment been, knowing that he's on the West Coast now?
Yeah, I'm super excited for the kid, man. Huntsville is different, man. You can't. I mean, I have a clinic in Huntsville where I work at my job. One of my clinics are in Huntsville, so whenever I go to Walmart or a gas station, and I've been in Huntsville since '87, so everybody knows me. Hey, man, you Davion's over. How Davion's doing? I can't go anywhere. I mean, literally nowhere in Huntsville without somebody asking me how's Davion's doing, how he's doing, and how you talk to him, whatever. So I'm happy for the kid, man. I'll be down there the 21st through the 27th of October. I'll be down there for 5 or 6 days to chill with him. I'll come to a couple games, but I'm excited, man. It's a different world for him. He's getting acclimated to the NBA lifestyle, and everybody down here in Hinesville, in the Savannah, Richmond area, he knows that he got family down here cheering for him and wishing the best for him. That's it, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I can see that. I can see the good vibe and the support y'all back at home, cheering him on because I see it on Twitter. I saw it on draft night too, man. Just a couple of places out in Hinesville, supporting. They got their Baylor 45 jerseys on. And I'm like, man, okay, this kid has loved it back from where he's from and back in his hometown. And just being, here in Sacramento, I always want to share with you, like, hey, man, we got a loyal, passionate fan base. We're going to support this kid 100%, man. And, you have my word. We as Kings fans and the consecrated, we're going to take good care of Davion here in Sacramento, man. So that gets
I hope so.
Yeah, no, you got my word, man. I'm telling you, Uncle Mitchell, our fan base, you'll see our fan base next week when you're in town. But man, this fan base is very loyal. I mean, we sell out games knowing the fact that we haven't made the playoffs in 15 years. It's a sellout, and we're the only show in town, so it's a sellout. Every home game, and you'll witness and experience that once you come to Sacramento next week, man. So, with that being said, man, I mean, I really did appreciate you coming on and taking the time out of your evening. And I just want to ask you one last thing before we head off. What's your expectation of Davion Mitchell, and what do you think? How big of a help do you think he's going to help this Sacramento Kings team this season? So going into this new season.
My expectation of Davion is every time he touches the court, he's going to give it 150%. Man. That's it. I mean, if he's scoring 2 points and locking the other best players, the defender, offensive player down, that's it. If he's scoring 50 points and locking somebody down, that's it, man. It's never for Davion. Every time he steps on the court, he's going to give it his all. That's it. That's my expectation, is to be the same player he's been when he's been 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, playing in the YMCA in the YMCA gym. He just gives it his all every time he steps on the court. That's it.
I can respect that, and I can appreciate those words, man, because that's what it's about, man. Just giving it your 150% all, giving it your all, pretty much just giving it, offensively, defensively, and giving it your all. And I can see that, man. I can honestly see that, from the training camp of what's been reported at training camp. Hey, man, like all the players like De'Aaron, Tristan, Marvin, Tyrese, pretty much the whole team. Everybody's just, the thing that stood out to me, everybody's just talking about Davion and how, crazy work ethic he has. He's a gym rat, and he's just a hard-nosed, blue-nosed collar guy, man. And that gets me excited because, like I said, we haven't had that type of talent in the Kings uniform for quite a long time. And I feel like my expectations is, I'm with you, man. I want to see Davion obviously have a positive impact on this team. I want to see him be part of the cultural shift, especially on the defensive end. I want to see his team improve defensively. And I feel like Davion Mitchell is going to help with that defensive change in a big way, because his defensive play is going to get him long ways in the NBA. And I see him being ultimately a all NBA, pro defender. And also I see a star written all over him as well, man, because honestly, like, he's got no weakness in his game. He can do everything. And I feel like, he just goes hard 110%. And it's good to see that. And I feel like once the regular season starts, I think a lot of fans are going to be really happy with the Kings and Monty McNair taking Davion at number 9. So with that being said, man, before we wrap it up, is there anything else you want to say to Kings fans, or anything else would you like to talk about?
No, man, Kings fan, thank you for welcoming us in with open arms, man. I'm glad you guys accepted Davion. And those who didn't accept Davion, you will see that you will learn to accept Davion. Man, he's a great guy. He's a great culture guy. He's going to fit in good with the Kings organization. He's a great player, man. So, Pete, man, thank you for having me on, man. But I can't wait to meet you next week. I'll be in town next week.
Yes, sir, man.
Man.
Yes, sir, man. Uncle Mitchell, I'll be out there. We'll link up, we'll connect, and I got something for you and the family and Davion. So we'll talk more about that when I see you next week. Okay. But with that being said, right. Sacktown, there you go, guys. Uncle Mitchell, Derrick Mitchell, coming on. Taking the time out of this evening to come on and talk about Davion and talk about Kings basketball. If you guys enjoyed that, I appreciate your guys' support. Go show some love to Derrick Mitchell. I'll link his Twitter in the description below. Give him a follow. Give him, show some love to him and the family, man. Just very humble, great people, as well as, if you don't follow Davion Mitchell, go give him a follow on Twitter as well. So with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for us today. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please hit the like and subscribe, and we will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.